Permítete
Allow yourself
estar ahora mismo contigo.
to be right now with yourself.
Cierra los ojos
Close your eyes
y concéntrate en la respiración.
and focus on your breathing.
Observa
Observe
cómo respiras.
how you breathe.
Cómo entra el aire.
How the air comes in.
Cómo sale.
How it goes
Consciente
out.
de que eres consciente.
Conscious that you are conscious.
Consciente de ti mismo.
Conscious of yourself. Breathe.
Solo fíjate
Just
en cómo entra el aire y cómo sale.
Just be aware of how the
Y
air
ser
comes in
consciente
and
de que
goes
soy
out.
consciente.
And I'm conscious that I am conscious.
Respira.
Breathe.
Y solo
And
imagina
just imagine
qué forma tenías
which shape do you
antes de nacer.
have
Qué forma
before
tendrás
you were
después
born,
de morir.
which will be your shape after you die.
Respira. Conecta
Breathe.
con ese interior.
Connect with your inside.
Pregúntate qué forma
Ask
tenía
yourself,
antes de nacer.
which was my
¿Qué forma
shape
tendré
before
cuando
I
muera?
was born, which form I will have, which shape I will have
Y
after
date
I die,
cuenta que
and
todo lo que te
realize
rodea
that everything that is around
tiene esa
you
misma forma.
has exactly the same shape.
Que todo es igual.
That everything is likewise.
Ahora quiero que visualices
Now I want you to visualize
un gran elefante blanco
a big white elephant,
de 9 metros
9 meters tall,
de altura. Observa qué sientes cuando ves ese gran elefante
Observe
blanco.
what do you feel when you see that huge white elephant.
Poder, pureza,
Power, purity,
inteligencia,
wisdom, intelligence,
soledad.
loneliness.
Siente lo que sería ser ese gran elefante
Feel
blanco.
what would be being that big white elephant.
donde mire, no hay obstáculo.
Wherever you look at, there is no obstacle.
Siente el poder
Feel the power present,
sabio,
wise,
que es ser ese elefante,
which is being this elephant,
con 9 metros de altura,
9 meters tall.
No hay nada que te pueda parar.
There's nothing that can
No hay
stop
nada
you.
que te pueda detener.
There's nothing that can bother you.
No es que elimine obstáculos.
It's not that
No
you
es que
remove
abra
obstacles. It's not that
Es que
it's
no
opening
hay
your ways. It's that there is
nada
nothing
que pueda estar cerrado su paso.
that can be closed on its way.
Siente ese poder dentro de ti.
Feel that power inside of
Estar
you,
presente,
of being present,
inmenso,
immense,
puro.
pure.
Respira.
Breathe.
Date tiempo a saborear,
Give yourself time to taste
sentirse
what is feeling yourself,
pleno,
fulfilled,
poderoso,
powerful,
presente.
present.
Y todo lo que ves son elefantes blancos.
And all that you see are white elephants,
Cada uno caminando por el gran campo.
each one walking around the great field.
Respira.
Breathe.
Ahora quiero que te veas sentado encima.
Now I want you to look
Dirigiendo
yourself
ese elefante.
sit on top of that elephant, riding it,
Porque tú eres tu propio maestro.
because you are your own master.
Tú eres el responsable.
You are the
tu camino.
responsible of your path,
Y tu camino,
and your
tu vida, tu
path, your life, your
experiencia,
experiences
son joyas.
are jewels.
Así que tu elefante está
So your
engalanado
elephant
de joyas
is
preciosas.
Dressed with these precious
De
jewels
cada experiencia.
of each
Es
experience.
una oportunidad de conocer, saborear el
It's an
Dharma,
opportunity to know, to taste the Dharma,
de obtener la sabiduría,
of gaining this wisdom.
y ese elefante tiene
And
6
this
colmillos
elephant has 6 fangs,
para que puedas ver
for
el
you to be
efecto en la
able
comunidad,
to see the effect in the
tu
community,
influencia
your
en
influence
comunión.
in communion with the world.
Y en tu mano,
And in your hand,
el bastón del poder,
the staff of power,
de cuidar,
of taking care,
de comandar.
of commanding.
Da igual
Doesn't matter
dónde llegues,
where you go.
da igual
It doesn't
el
matter
objetivo.
your goal.
No necesitas saberlo,
You don't need to know it.
solo disfrutas
Just
de
enjoy
comandar tu energía,
commanding your energy,
de comandar el elefante
commanding the white elephant adorned
con 6
with
colmillos
6
lleno de
fangs
joyas.
full of jewels.
Y todo lo que ves
and all you can see
es todos los seres
is all other beings
montados en su elefante blanco,
riding their own white
poderosos,
elephant, powerful,
libres,
free,
maestros de su evolución, de su
masters of their
de su
evolution, of the growing of their life.
Siente
Feel
la sensación
the
de
feeling
libertad,
of
emancipación,
freedom,
poder.
emancipation, and power.
Trata de visualizar la energía
Try to visualize the energy
que te envuelve,
that surrounds you,
toda esa experiencia.
all this experience,
Protección,
protection,
cuidado,
care,
movimiento.
movement.
Respira.
Breathe.
Permite sentir
Allow yourself to feel
que tú eres responsable de tu experiencia.
that you are responsible for your own experience, that you command your own life.
Respira.
Breathe.
Siente.
Feel.
Dande, Dandapati, Dandavarte, Danda Kusale, Danda Sudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddha Pasyane, Sarvadarani, Avartani, Sarvadasya Avartani, Swavartani, Sangaparixani, Sanganagartani, Asange, Sangapagate, Triavasangatula Yarate Prapte, Sarvasanga Samatikrante, Sarvadharma Suparixite, Sarvasattva Ruta Kausalyana Gute, Sinha Vikridite, Om. Siente.
Feel.
Siente tu corazón.
Feel your heart.
Encuentra tu centro dentro de ti.
Find your center inside yourself.
Dande, Dandapati, Dandavarte, Dandakusale, Dandasudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddha Pasyane, Sarvadarani, Avartani, Sarvadasya Avartani, Swadvartani, Sangaparixani, Sanganagartani, Asange, Sangapagate, Triyasagatula Yarate Prapte, Sarvasanga Samatikrante, Sarvadharma Suparixite, Sarvasattva Ruta Kausalyana Ugate, Sinha Vidikrite, Om. Pon tus pies en el suelo.
Put your feet on the floor.
Siente ese poder, esa presencia.
Feel that power, that presence.
Presta atención a qué sucede en tu campo energético
Pay attention what is happening in
y
your
en tu corazón.
energetic field and into your heart.
Una vez más.
Once again.
Dande, Dandapati, Dandavarte, Dandakushale, Dandasudare, Sudare, Sudarepati, Buddha Pasyane, Sarvadarani Avartani, Sarvadasya Avartani, Swavartani, Sangaparixani, Sanganagartani, Asange, Sangapagate, Triavasangatula Yarate Prapte, Sarvasanga Samatikrante, Sarvadharma Samatikrante, Sarvadharma Suparixite, Sarvasattva Ruta Kausalyana Sinha Vikidite, Om. Respira. Siéntelo.
Feel it. Breathe. Feel it.
Permite que se asiente toda esta energía.
Allow this energy to settle.
Está haciendo su efecto.
It's doing its effect.
Apertura.
Opening.
Es. Respira.
Breathe.
Toma respiración vocal.
Vocal breath.
Y vuelve aquí.
And come back here. Si tienes el darani a mano. If you have the darani sheets close,
La oración del Dandapati.
the Dandapati prayer, have it
Vamos a
close.
estudiarlo.
We are going to study it.
Si no, creo que es el chat.
If not, I think in the chat is already
Cada
written,
uno de ellos.
all of them.
Adande.
Adande, Dandapati, Dandapati,
Danda Kushale.
Danda Kushale,
Sudare.
Danda Sudare, Sudare,
Sudarapati. Buddha Pasyane. Sarvadarani Avartani. Sarva Dasya Avartani. Su Avartani. Sangha Pariksani. Sangha Nagartani. Asange. Samga Pagate. Tri Adva Samgatulaya Arate Prapte. Sarvasanga Samatikrante. Sarvadharma Suparixite. Sarvasattva Ruta Kausali Anugate. Sinha Vikridite. Om. Este es el Dharani
This one is the Darani
que el Bodhisattva
that the Bodhisattva Samantabhatra
dio en
gave
el capítulo 28
in the
de
chapter
el
28
Sutra del Loto.
of the Lotus Sutra.
Un Dharani es un hechizo,
A Darani is a
es
spell,
una oración
is a prayer
que va a manifestarse
that is
en
going
tu
to be
vida.
manifested in your life.
Va a hacer cambios,
It's going to
va a ayudarte
provoke
en tu
changes,
camino.
it's going to help you in your
En un
path.
momento de
In a moment of,
del principio de mi vida espiritual,
at the beginning of my spiritual life,
cuando te ayuda a estar
when
centrado en ti,
it helps to be centered in yourself, to be allowed to let go drama, to let them drama go,
y aumentar las habilidades
and
para
improve the
poder estar en
abilities
humildad,
to be in humility,
humildad,
vulnerability,
y sentir el poder
and feel the
que
power
habéis sentido.
that you have felt during the meditation that we have done.
Es una joya preciosa
It's a precious
cargar y
jewel
trabajar
to charge
este
and work
mantra.
this mantra.
Lo que El origen de todo sufrimiento
The origin of every suffering
son los deseos.
are desires.
¿Y cómo se manifiestan?
And how are they manifested?
A través de las posesiones,
Through possessions,
y
relationships,
la identidad.
and
Es
identity.
lo que más nos hace sufrir.
This is what makes us suffering the
A través
more.
de este darani,
Through this darani,
o oración,
or prayer,
lo que hay es una declaración profunda
there is a deep
de ser
declaration
responsable,
of
de ser
being
quien
responsible, of being the
el
one
elefante.
who rides the elephant,
De ser quien tiene el bastón.
of be the one with the staff of your life.
No es que te tengan que dar el bastón.
It's
es
not
que
that
lo tienes.
they have to give you the staff, it's that you have it, you are
Porque
it
te has
already.
permitido sentir
You
con
allow
este
yourself to
proceso,
feel
con
with
este
this
proceso.
meditation, with visualization that we have
Esta
done.
verdad
It's your own truth, it's what you are.
cuando estás en ese punto de no distinción.
When you are in this point of no distinction, of no shape in the shape,
Si observáis el
if you
darani,
observe the darani,
podemos hacer como tres partes.
we can do as three
Haremos
different
estudiando
parts,
cada frase.
and we are going to study every sentence, because the more
Puedas conocer
you can know
el significado de cada
the
una de
meaning
estas
of each of these lines,
más es tu compromiso cuando lo
your
cantes.
is more your commitment when you sing it. What does it mean?
Adande,
Adande.
dice la traducción.
The translation
Adande,
says,
sin castigo.
Adande, with no
Dandapati,
punishment, without
señor
punishment.
del bastón.
Dandapati, Lord of the stick.
Blandiendo el
Dandaparte,
bastón,
wielding
bastón,
a stick, your stick all around.
Dandakushale,
Dandakushale,
habilidoso con el bastón.
skillful with your stick, with the stick.
Dandasudare,
Dandasudare,
el bastón está bien
whose
direccionado.
stick is well directed.
Sudare,
Sudare,
enfocado,
focus,
bien
well
dirigido,
directed.
mejorándote.
Bettering, improving yourself.
Sudarapati,
Sudarapati,
señor del buen camino.
Lord of the
O
good
sea,
way.
señor de la buena mejora.
That means Lord of the good improvement.
Buddha Pasyane,
Buddha
cuya
Pasyane,
vista ha sido despertada.
whose sight has been awoken.
Sarvadarani Avartani.
Sarvadarani Avartani.
Todos los daranis,
All Dharanis or
giran.
spells rotating.
Sarvadhyasya Vartani.
Sarvadasya
Cada
Vartani.
es tu camino.
Every dwelling place is your path. Swavartani, rotating
O
well,
buenos nantes mágicas.
or good in
Es un
magic
buen
arts. Be a good theurgic.
Sangha Pariksani.
Sangha Pariksani,
investigando la Sangha.
investigating the Sangha or community.
Sangha Nagartani.
Sangha Nagartani,
no destruyendo la Sangha.
not destroying the Sangha.
Asanghe.
Asamge,
Desapegado.
unattached.
Sangha Pagate.
Sangha Pagate,
Vida de apego.
with no attachment, away from attachment. Triadvasanga Tulya Arate Prapte.
Igualdad de todo por medio de los tres caminos.
Equality for all through the three ways reached with virtue. Sarva Sangha Samatikrante, transcending all attachment. Sarvadharma Suparixite, examining all dharmas carefully. Sarvasadva Ruta Kausalyana interested in the deep well-being of all beings, Simhavekriditi, making a plaything of lions. Om. Om is always the universal syllable, the Lord's word, everything vibrating in fusion. We can see that in this darani, when we are working possessions, relationships, and identity, the first part, from Adande to Buddha Pasyane, is like the awakening. Buddha Pasyane means Buddha. If you do the step from Adande to Buddha Pasyane, you are awakening as a Buddha. The first thing that Dani does is to work in yourself. The first step is to work in yourself. The second step, from Sarvadarani Avartani to
Sí, está Suavartani.
3 to Suavartani.
Sería
it could be
declararlo.
Declaration, the declaration.
Primero trabajas y luego declaras.
First you work and then you declare
lo que está.
what is there.
¿Vale? Luego el siguiente parte.
The next part after Suavartani is once you have worked in yourself and you declare the truth that what is there, then you start to affect and you start to see the relationship with your surrounding, with the Sangha, with the community. It's Sangha Pariksani. And in this work or this declaration of which one is your effect, which is your responsibility on the community of taking your power. The last part is the attitude in life with all that you see in the community. Beyond the Sangha is every experience, every flow that is in there. It talks about Dharma and how to act in life from virtue. As there is nothing bad or dramatic in drama. It's just which one is the attitude? Which one is the attitude of Dandapati? As is this Simhavikriti that making a plaything of lions. We are going to explain step by step. So broadly, it comes always from coming inside yourself, working in yourself, see my influence in the world, decide that this influence is working and improving the abilities at a virtuous level, because from this out of this virtue is how to bring Dandapati to my life. Remember that a darani is not something passive. It's my commitment to improve, to trust myself, step by step. I want you as well to see that there are two words that there mean no distinction in Sanskrit. One at the beginning is dande, danda, is staff or power. Dande or adanda means no power or no distinction. So, adande comes from this moment where there is no shape, there is no distinction, there is no sound or no absence of sound. It's no empty, but it's vacuity. It's not absence, it's full. So adande comes from this no distinction, and there is another no distinction at asamge, which means no sangha. So everything is bringing us to the origin, what stays, this part of you that is that elephant, that living this life, there is no obstacle because you are cared, you are protected, everything is open, everything is favorable. Adande. In Sanskrit is when something finishes in E is a verb. So adande, which is the word no staff, is an action. It's not passive. It's not an object. It's an active state of this power. Darani, the more you work on it, this responsibility, your ego more is going to show you more the violence. We have a confusion between power and violence. We fight for not accepting power. And power is only to be responsible, accept, to care of everything. But we have a lot of violence inside. we all feel in this lifetime as afraid to suffering. Doesn't you try to find this fear, that fear to be arrogant, to be rejected, to hurt others? But that is the lack of acceptation. Just breathe and find, because each time, the only time that you have allowed yourself to feel power, and not a moment ago with the elephant in your life, daily life, is when you get angry, when you feel rage and anger, and all your muscles get tense and you feel powerful, but at the same time you are afraid because you know that you can hurt anyone. Breathe. We are far from nature, but with all what is happening in the United States, this violence, this hate, can you feel it? How man becomes a wolf for the man? Can you feel that fear? Accept it. Allow yourself to be vulnerable, because you have a lot of situations that you have felt betrayed, hurt, that you criminalize the other. You project it on the other. Because of that, it's so difficult to forgive. Because if you stop blaming the other, you don't need to forgive. You would understand that there is a lack of maturity. Breathe. There is an ingenuity and you are naive. Accept that if someone lied to you or abused you, it's because you allow it, because you wanted to obtain something in exchange, to don't stop loving you, to not reject you, to give you attention, pleasure. So recover your power. You were the one who threw yourself to the wolves, thinking that everyone was a good person, and in essence they are. But you have to see as well that while they don't awake to the truth of what they are, you can see that their soul is beautiful, but they have an ego, and if they are emotionally mature, they are. Adande. Repeat in your head. Adande. Accept that you are naive, immature, that you didn't know how to do it better, that you are responsible of whatever you feel. You are not guilt of anything, and the other is not guilt of anything. Recover your power. Vulnerability, humility. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Break that pride. Stop blaming the other. Stop blaming them. Allow yourself to be affected and affect. Adande is there is no stuff, there is no violence, there is no drama. There is responsibility. Adande. Adande is connect with this vulnerability, is to connect with this vulnerability, with this humility. So what you do is to let the violence go. So in Adande, there is no power. Because everything is power. Everything is responsibility. Adande is. It lets an abandonment taste accepted. Because that's the reason why it's the imagine of the elephant, because even when they move in a pack, it's a reflection of solitude, of loneliness, accepted. Adande is like this, everything is open, everything is power. Why are you going to fight? Adande is to accept that you are here. You don't have to fight for you to get your staff. You have it on your hand already. You don't have to fight to get your power. You are already. Adande. So, what is power? When there is nothing to fight for, and there is no one else than you in everything. Ask yourself, what's power? When you remove fight, when everything is likewise. So competition is destroy the other one for you to win. It makes no sense. Because everyone has that power. Everyone is commanding their own life. Adande. And then control makes no sense. Nor manipulation. It's the freedom to flow, adande. Is to stop punishing yourself for being naive, for being immature. Is to get innocence again. And if you have never control over anything because life shows you with reality moments, you never had power over anything as a pressure, so why fighting? Surrender, stop fighting. Accept the responsibility. Observe how you can to get something from any interaction. You want to get sure of receiving the love that you want, or the attention, or not losing the one that you have right now. That's the reason you don't forgive. For that, you make pressure. It's violence. It's control. It's manipulation. It's violent inside yourself. Allow yourself to go into that place and feel all the violence and rage of all the disappointments that nourish the suffering, that pain that you have inside. Adande. Take the responsibility and free yourself. It's humiliating to accept that in every interaction and relationship that you have, you want to get sure the love, and for that you compress and press inside. Adande. Remember, you are not guilty of being like that. It's natural. Adande is to accept, I was naive. I put myself in the lion's den. I put myself in the wolf's den. For that, I was lying to myself and I couldn't see that person and their behavior. Break your pride. Adande. For you to be able to take the direction. Adande. Acknowledge your greed of wanting to get something at every moment of every interaction. Attention, importance, valoration, love, sex, doesn't matter. Accept it. I immature, say I am naive. Adande. I am not guilty of anything, of nothing. I am responsible of my pain and of my path. Adande. Adande.
Dandapati.
Dandapati.
Danda.
Danda. Staff or power. Present.
Pati.
Pati
Protector.
means protector.
Es como señor.
It's like Lord, but
the
the one who commands, the one that cares, the shepherd. Dandapati is the shepherd of the pack. The protector is, because of that, is the Lord of the staff. Is to declare that you are in charge of the power. So Dandapati, you decided to stop punishing yourself. Stop to criminalizing the other. Forgiving. Dandapati. I am power who cares the herd. I am the shepherd who guides my elephant. Dandapati. You are in charge. Adande. You let go. The punishment, the fight, the violence. Dandapati. I am responsible. I am the power.
Adande Dandapati. Adande Dandapati. Adande Dandapati. Respira.
Breathe.
Dandavarte.
Dandavarte.
Es una acción.
It's an action.
Así que
So,
Dandavarte
Dandavarte,
ha soltado la lucha.
you let the fight go.
Tu centro.
You go back to your center.
Responsable.
I am responsible.
Ahora,
But now,
¿qué voy a hacer?
What am I going to do?
Voy a mover.
I'm going to move.
Voy a blandir mi bastón.
I'm going to
Voy a
wield my
mover
staff. I'm
mi
going to
poder.
move my power.
Es volver a la
Is to
objetividad.
coming back to objectivity.
Es dejar de defenderse.
Is stopping to defend yourself.
Es ser vulnerable.
Is being vulnerable.
Es aceptar que tú
Is
estás
accepting
manejando,
that you are
que eres el maestro,
wielding, that you are the master of all your
que eres
experiences,
quien empuja
that you are the one who pushes
las piedras,
the
las
rocks,
olas del
the
karma.
waves of karma.
Así que cada aspecto de tu vida
So each aspect of your life
eres tú
is you
siendo responsable
being
de ello,
responsible of it,
Adande,
managing it.
Dandapati, Dandaparte, Adande, Dandapati, Dandaparte, Adande, Dandapati, Dandaparte. Lo estás declarando.
You are declaring,
Yo soy
I am
quien maneja.
the ones who manages,
Manejando todo.
handling everything,
Libre
free
de defensa.
of defense, free
De la adicción
of
al drama.
addiction to drama.
No libre del drama.
Not free from drama. Of course it's going to be
Pero
drama,
no te enganchas a él.
but you are not stuck on it.
Claro que vas a proyectar.
Of course you're going to
Vas a
project,
ser consciente y lo vas a parar.
but you are going to be conscious and you're going to stop it and you are going to
tomar tu bastón.
get your staff back.
Eso es Adande, Dandapati.
That is Adande, Dandapati, Dandavarte.
Adande, Dandapati, Dandaparte. Observa.
Observe,
siente.
feel.
Adande. soy
Adande,
libre.
I am free.
Es la rotura.
Is breaking.
Es ya no tengo que.
Is
verme
there
la
is-
víctima.
I am not the victim. I am the one commanding.
Dandapati, soy el maestro.
Dandapati, I am the
pastor,
master, the shepherd, the one who cares
de mí mismo,
of
de mi
myself
experiencia.
and of my experience.
Dandavarte,
Dandavarte,
estamos conscientes
we are conscious of
que nos movemos,
our
de que
movement,
alrededor,
that there is a
de que
surrounding,
nos desarrollamos, de que
that we
crecemos,
develop and that we grow.
discernimos
We discern
objetivamente.
objectively.
Así que con Dandakushale,
So with Dandakushale,
lo que desarrollamos
what we develop
son habilidades
is abilities,
de manejar
skills
ese
of
poder,
wielding
de
that
estar
power,
presente,
of being
responsable en tu
present,
vida.
responsible in your life.
Dandakushale,
Dandakushale,
habilidoso con el bastón,
skillful with the staff.
significa
That means
manejar,
to manage,
investigación y desarrollo.
research and development.
Aprendemos de las experiencias.
We learn from experiences. Stop looking at it as a
Son
mistake.
parte del aprendizaje.
It's just part of learning.
Estás desarrollando
You are developing
tus habilidades
your
de forma
abilities
eficiente.
in an efficient way.
Observa todo tu pasado.
Observe for all your past.
No hubo ningún error.
There was no mistake.
Solo eras
You
inmaduro.
were only immature.
Te faltaba objetividad, discernimiento.
You had
sabiduría.
not objectivity, discernment, or wisdom enough. You were naive.
Así que con cada experiencia
So
de
with
tu
each
pasado,
experience of your past,
estabas desarrollando
you
la
were
fuerza,
developing
la pasión,
or the strength or the
la
passion or the
determinación,
determination
sabiduría.
or the wisdom.
Danda Kushale.
Dandakushale.
¿Puedes ver la belleza?
Can you see the beauty
Todo lo que has pasado,
of everything that you were
todos
through,
los eventos
of all the events
que has vivido.
that you have lived?
Puedes ver
Can you see
que hoy eres más
that today you are more
más
efficient,
sabio,
more
más fuerte,
wiser,
por
stronger,
lo cual eres más habilidoso.
so you are more skillful with your staff?
Danda Kushale.
Dandakushale.
Adande, Danda Pati, Danda Barte, Danda Kushale. Y
and one brings to the other, because you realize that you are being conscious, that you are growing personally and spiritually with each experience, with every day. And that is Danda Sudare. Because that whose stick is well directed means that you realize that there is nothing bad in any mask, there is nothing bad in any of the roles. You were only attached to them. I'm in charge of my own personal growth. Because of that, it has no power over me. The savior, the victim, the chaser, because we are all the same. We have this elephant and the staff in our hand, all that you can see, from the baby until the ant, from the plankton to the whale. Everything is power, responsibility, growing. All that happens helps me to grow. Danda Sudare is to be severe, not punishment. Because in Adande, you stop fighting. Is severe in taking care of your growth. It's your determination for everything that you live. I'm going to grow from it. In faith, in hope, in determination, in wisdom, in strength. Danda Sudare. We are going to repeat until here with the consciousness that you know what does that mean. Those words, Adande, Dandapati, Dandavarte, Dandakushale, Danda Sudare. Breathe. Sudare is to acknowledge that this growing is permanent, that there is only evolution. So I trust and I believe that I evolve because I grow because there is only improvement and improvement. Growing is permanent. Growing happens with each act, so Dandapati is to be conscious in each act of my life. We are conscious where we are. It doesn't matter in which is your bhumi, it doesn't matter where do you want to go. Let the goal go, humbling. Accept where you are consciously. Stop fighting, stop comparing you with others. You have your own stuff and your own elephant. Danda Kushale, Danda Sudare, Sudare. Trust in evolution. Smile. Sudare is the certainty, that discernment, that everything that happens is because I am doing the best I can, and tomorrow I will do it better. But I am not going to punish myself. When everything is done, you can see more possibilities, but not for punish yourself, but to learn, and the next time of this event comes, know how to act. Breathe.
Sudare.
Sudare.
Lo estoy haciendo lo mejor que puedo.
I am doing the best I can.
Dilo, repítelo.
Say it, repeat it. Sudare, I am doing the best I can at every moment.
Sudare.
Sudare.
Estoy aprendiendo.
I am learning.
Así que sudare te lleva a la
So sudare brings you to this feeling of Sudarepati.
¿Os acordáis?
Do you remember? Pati means to be in care or being the lord of something, is to be in the master, is to be the master. So the more you trust in yourself, in evolution, in I am learning, the more I take the power of the responsibility of seeing what is happening to myself. More objective we are, more in charge we are. The less power I give to drama, and my ego is more in service. Sudarapati is the developing of compassion with myself, is to stop punishing yourself and look at yourself with love eyes, as the mother looking at the child that just fell down and is standing up, and at the second time is going to do it better. I am lost in this moment, but I know that I'm in charge the best I can, the best I know, and I am going to learn. I am going to grow. Sudarapati. I am the master. So, when drama appears, I live it. And then I let go all the exaggeration, all the augmentation, and I see the fact as it is, what's happening. Sudarapati is to remain objective, is to observe and accept things as they are, because I love and I accept myself as I am. I am developing compassion. Sudarapati.
Dande, Dandapati, Dandavarte, Dandakushale, Danda Sudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddha Pasani. Porque de ahí,
because from there,
de estar abierto,
from being open, vulnerable, focused, objective,
es lo que depura
is what depurates
la mente.
mind,
Es lo que te lleva
is what brings you
a esa parte bodhisattva,
to that bodhisattva part, to Buddha, to awake,
Buddha Pasyane.
Buddha Pasyane.
Suceda algo,
When something happens,
estoy siendo afectado.
I'm being affected.
Permítete ser vulnerable en tu interior.
Allow yourself to be vulnerable inside. Stop saying everything is okay, nothing happened. No. Adande, Adandapati, Dandapate, Dandakushale, Dandasudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddha Pasyane is I'm being affected, I am vulnerable. Is to accept that it's not only for yourself, it's to develop equity. You are not Buddha for yourself, you are Buddha for the whole. It's to accept that I am power and accept that everyone is power. That I am only a drop of water in the ocean. And I am part of the ocean. And as an individual drop, I have no value. But as a part of the sea, I have the value of the sea. Awake the reality. that all this power, that all this experience that you are living are not for yourself. They are for the whole. But first you have to be in charge of yourself. That is Buddha Pasyani, to open your eyes. To the fact that you are a part of the whole, you are a cell in the body of love, of God. You are conscious that you are power because you are responsible, you are vulnerable and humble. So now, you are going to declare it. You are going to develop more the abilities. And that is Sarvadani Avartani. Darani is power. So Sarvadarani is everything is power. It's an affirmation, it's a declaration. Sarvadarani Avartani is that I am conscious, that I have developed abilities, that I am in charge, that I declare, I affirm with responsibility, and I am going to cause something around myself. Avartani means to cause, to provoke. Sarvadarani Avartani is that I have to cause something, that to cause something. So, Sarvadarani Avartani, when I have decided to declare it, to say it, that I am going to have an effect, that I am going to handle and to be in my environment and to get related with others. Sarvadarani Avartani takes us to Sarvandasya Avartani. That every dwelling is your place, is your path. Wherever you are, we are going to affect around us. And it's your responsibility, it's my responsibility to be in consciousness and manage it. So, community, the Sangha, is my dwelling place, is where we live, is the house where we dwell. When we walk on the great field of Brahma, what it does what makes us feel is that we are not in this house. What makes us to not feel in this house is our separation. Savartyani breaks that separation. Sarvandasyavartani is to be in that big field, walking with no path, responsible of affecting. We accept to be the light, the light that God, to be God with no effort. Because there is no question of fight, it's not imposed, it's just to let go. It's just to let the truth to be manifested. Is to emanate your state of being in Buddha Pasyani, knowing that everyone can discover this state, that everyone has it inside. That is Sarvadasya Vartani. Because you already have your place. You are already here. So your place is your dwelling, is your path, is your life. You stop fighting.
Dandapati, Dandavarte, Danda Kushale, Danda Sudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddha Pasyani, Sarvadarani Avartani, Sarvadasi Avartani, Su Avartani. Girando bien. Su
rotating well. Su is supreme, cells.
Así que ese excelso supremo.
So the supreme is to accept, to be severe in your responsibility. Is to be severe in stopping projecting, stopping blaming, to look inside, to take your power. Swavartani. So Swavartani is that everything is favorable. Swavartani is that everything is going to be okay. Swavartani is hope, is power. Accept, you are already in your place, in your place, in your dwelling. I am responsible, so declare it with faith, with happiness. Swavartani. Look at the beauty of being responsible. It's only blessing. It's only everything is favorable, everything is wonderful. Swavartani. Stop. Let go, let all the aggression and punishment go for everything that you have caused. It only was an experience to learn. Swavartani.
Dandapati, Dandavarte, Dandakushale, Dandasudare, Sudapati, Buddha Pasyani, Sarvadarani Vartani, Sarvadasya Vartani, Swavartani.
And now that you are responsible, that you are looking, that you are causing an effect, that you want to understand how the Sangha moves, how all the power of the interaction of community. So, Sangha Pariksani is investigating the Sangha. That means that you wish to understand, to develop comprehension, compassion. You want to develop the tools of how to interact in this community, how to be a drop, another drop, and how you interact with the other drops, how a cell in your body interacts with the other cells. So far, what we have talked about is only about you, and now is when you start to open to the community, to relationships. Because in Sangha Pariksani you realize that there are others, and what you have inside you want to share, but not forcing the other to listen to you or to say that you are right, but accepting the time of everyone, just being responsible, present. Sangha Pariksani is that investigation of the Sangha. Is that there is no, it's going to go from a to a Sangha, it comes from a Dande, it comes from this no distinction. So in Sangha Pariksani, there is no difference between you and others. Sangha Pariksani is the desire to understand, to develop my tools, my skills. And from this, Sangha Nagartani is not destroying the Sangha. It says not destroying the Sangha. So, what does that mean, not destroying the Sangha? In this Sangha, Nagartani comes from the one before. In Adande, the attitude is productive, is to be responsible, to stop punish, to stop blaming, to take your power. And you arrive to wish to share in Swavartani this experience, this blessing with everyone. So, what in Sangha Nagartani is telling you is let the egocentrism go. Because egocentrism is what brings you to fight. Sangha Nagartani means you are going to be in care because you care of yourself, but because you are part of the totality. Stop this dream of the way you want the love and open yourself to receive it as it comes. Is stop projecting on others. Observe egocentrism. Be responsible of yourself, and there will be no harm. Because everyone is power. We all are likewise. So why fighting? When I take my power, I take care of the Sangha. In Sangha Nagartani, what I do is to care of everything. Because there is nothing to defend. I am going to take care of my experience. And if in this experience the other is being more immature, they can kill me. I am going just to get myself out of the way, to not be harmed. For me, and for the harm for that person if they hurt me. If you cannot forgive yourself all the things that you did, imagine that you could make anyone else feel the same. Sangha Nagartani is to act for taking care of the Sangha, of the global experience. You take care of yourself, but as well of the other. For them to be able to forgive, for them to be able to find their own Adande. Breathe. Adande, Dandapati, Dandavarte, Dandakushale, Dandasudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddha Pasyane, Sarvadranya Vartani, Sarvadasya Vartani, Swavartani, Sangha Pariksani, Sangha Nagartani. From one of each of them, you can do a lot. Just try. Don't try with your mind to understand or get or control all the time saying. Just be aware and breathe inside. The video is going to be recorded so you can see it afterwards. Allow yourself to feel more the experience that is going to be building, that is building. Why this darani is so effective? Because I take the control of my life, so I take care of myself and the totality. Asamge, unattached, detached. Asamge has to be with no distinction. Is Sangha? Asamge is no Sangha. It's an state of no Sangha. It's a concept of freedom, of detachment. You don't have to make a pact. You don't have to identify if you are Mahari, from Maharya, or if you are not from Maharya, if you are human or you are. As a human being, we try to be ourselves in a pact to be safe. Asamge is to break with this need of belonging. You are where you are in your dwelling, here in your path. Stop tagging yourself, flow. Asamge is everything flowing in convection. Everything is a potential flowing in union. So there is no egocentrism. Everything is a flow that moves. Asamge. There is no need to attach to nothing because you are part of the totality. So attachment augments separation because it's going to separate you from the rest. Asamge is to accept, to jump on the arms of the totality of God. Remember that an attachment is a confirmation of your separation. It's not that you don't have to have any attachment. Attachments are useful to have them. They build our experience. It's just to do a work of letting them go. Because attachments are what makes your personal difference, the pleasure. For some people, broccoli is pleasure, and for some others, it's not. Detach yourself. Because detaching is not letting your preference to go, is that they stop having power over you. It's not to stop loving that person or losing that person. It's to let the control that you put in that person or object go. Because everything is Sangha, everything flows. Enjoy the time that is with you. Because when you are going to die, you are not going to have your house, your computer, your cell phone, your partner, your titles. Can you see him? But that's not for you to enjoy, to not enjoy in this life. Enjoy it. And let them go. So when you open the attachments, your preferences, it's not going to be about you and your desires. It's going to be the desire of totality. Your interest is going to be the pleasure of taking care of you and the others. Because all the community is one. Nothing can be out. Nothing is out of God. Because God is multiple and multiple is one. So the one is multiple and the multiple is one. Asamge. When someone proposes you, it's flirting you and you don't like, you get angry. What have I done for them to think? It's not a question of you doing anything, it's their preferences, it's their attachments to whatever gives them pleasure. But if this person would be the one that you desire, you wouldn't react with anger. The anger is because you want the love the way you want, and you don't open yourself. This feeling and pain that is inside is that you never have what you want. So detach from what you want, that fantasy of the boyfriend that you want, the family you want. Detach yourself and observe that you have been cared, you have been taken care, and you have the same family. You are your master, you are your father and your mother, you are the one who cares. So stop waiting for the others to take care of you. You are the one who takes care. Asamge is I am the one who takes care. Stop waiting for the others to save you. There is no one that is going to save you. You are the only one that has to take its own power. Asamge. Because everything is a unified experience. Stop controlling the love, because the only that provokes is you to be close, to be stuck, and you only nourish the disappointment and suffering. Asamge, let it flow. Give love. Be the one who takes care. Asamge. Because in this taking care, you have to be included. Asamge. Samgapagate. Samgapagate says away from attachment. Gate, gate para Samgate. I don't know if you know that mantra. It comes from the Lotus Sutra. Gate means to go away, to go far. Ga is Ganesh's movement. So gate is to go forward, go beyond of the structure, go beyond of whatever is here, go beyond. Samgate, Samgapagate is to go far beyond of this detachment that we said, is the total liberation, is to challenge everything that you identify as what you were, what you are. All that you define that you are is challenged in Samgapagate, is liberation, is to go beyond, is to invoke the heart sutra, is to accept. When you go on a train, you're going to say a train. When you're on the train, do you need to control where its train is going, or the controls? But you are inside. Samgapagate is to accept that you are inside the flow. You don't need to know or understand all the flow. Your head cannot understand all the flow. It's just accept it. Free yourself, release yourself, open yourself. Respect your freedom as you respect the freedom of others in all the possible ways. Everything is free and flows. Accept it. Samgapagate is to go beyond attachment. If there is no identity, if you are a part of totality, allow everything to flow. Stop doing any pressure. Samgapagate.
Adande, Dandapati, Dandavarte, Danda Kushale, Danda Sudare, Sudare, Buddha Pasiane. Adande, Dandapati, Dandavarte, Danda Kushale, Danda Sudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddha Pasiane.
Sarvadani Vartani, Sarvasvani, Shavartani, Swavartani, Sangaparikshani, Samganartani, Samge, Samgapagate. Breathe. So if everything is flowing, if everything is in equality, Triadvasamgatulya Arate Prate, Triadvasamgatulya Arate Prate. Three is three. Adva is ways or methods. Gatulaya is society. Society or country, structure. Arate is holy or virtuous, and prapte comes from practice to achieve, is to reach, to achieve. Here in this relationship of equity is to break the definition, the separation that we do between family, friends and society. For example, three is in the three worlds, is the human, the soul and divine. It's well worthy, but we're going to start by the basics in the human is to break these three intimal circles, family, friends, and society, where you move, to be able to feel equity, because these circles, family, friends, and society, is the one that we try to control at every moment. Because we have insecurity and we want to belong to a clan, the family. Observe the strength that you want to belong to a group, how you defend and you fight for the feeling of belonging to Mahasriya, or the football team, or the political party, because you feel insecure, accepted. And because of that fear to lose, you control and you press. Because of that, when someone is not in the meeting, you run to tell them, what happened? Where did you didn't come? If it's not in the match, it's exactly the same. How much pressure we do because of our insecurity. Accept, remember, adande, accept that you are insecure, naive, and immature. And ask yourself, be honest with yourself. If a relative, a friend, and society, your country, asks you to do something, who are you going to help first? Or best said, why you help first your family? Or maybe for some the first is the friends, but it's the same. Why you put that order? Why you make the distinction between family, friends, and what your country wants you to do? If not, observe how much fight if you have to use the mask, if you have to do whatever your government says. Observe why you choose one or the others. The further it is, the less you get. The closer, from the closer you can get love, recognition, attention, is the one that you want to keep by your side, and because of fear to lose them, you act, breathe. So you are not free, neither they are, because you are trying to controlling them. Breathe. It's hard in pride to admit that what is making you to prefer a relative or a friend before what your country asks you is because you want to keep the love close. Be determined. Is the virtue of determination. Is to accept that this distinction inside of you and to work in taking your power and your responsibility until you arrive to the point of equity. And is to have the determination to help no matter who you help. And you're going to help them with the same creativity, with the same passion. The same for the country, the friend, the relative, or a completely unknown person. Breathe as yourself, because you have to be included. Is equity in everything.
Sarvasanga Samatikrante.
Sarvasanga Samatikrante. Transcending all attachment. Sarva is everything, Sangha is community. Sama means transcend. Sarvasanga Samatikrante is with the virtue that we are developing in Triadvasanga Tulyartha Pratte, that you're going to bring to purify your mind, to go in a constant state of bodhisattva. And that means of perception, purification, of transcending all attachment. So it's not only you. As you are related with the Sangha, that means that in Sarvasanga Samatikrante, all the Sangha is going to elevate the consciousness. All the Sangha is elevating the consciousness. You invoke to everyone who is related with you, is going to have the influence that the consciousness is going to be elevated, because it's what's happened. What happens? The consciousness is going to elevate with no distinction, because we all are one. We are the same. We are responsible beings, and that transcends the attachment. Sarvasanga Samatikrante. Sarvasanga Samatikrante. So now that everything is unified in equity, that everything has been elevated in consciousness, we are going to do the study of Dharma, that everything is experience and wisdom. Sarvadharma Suparaksite. So, in this complete state, holy, Teuch, mage, holy, elevate the perception, is to be able to perceive the Dharma of everything that is happening, because everything is experience, everything is wisdom. Sarvadharma Supariksite. Sarvadharma Supariksite. Recognize yourself in this state every day, every moment of consciousness, that you can see the Dharma, the wisdom of this experience. Sarvadharma Supariksite. Sarvadharma Supariksite. Sarvadharma Supariksite.
Dandapati, Dandavarte, Dandakushale, Dandasudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddha Pasyane, Sarvadarani, Avartani, Salvadasya Vartani, Swavartani, Sangapariksani, Sanganagartani, Asange, Sangapagate, Triadvasakantula Yarate Prate, Sarvasamga Samatikrante, Sarvadharma Supariksite. Adande, Dandapati, Dandavarte, Dandakushale, Dandasudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddha Pasyane, Sarvadarani Avartani, Sarvasya Vartani, Swavartani, Sangaparikshani, Sanganargatani, Asange, Sangapagate, Triadvasakantula Yarate Prate, Sarvasanga Samatikrante, Sarvadharma Suparaksite.
So, all that is happening is experience and wisdom. Sarvasattva Ruta Kausalya Nugate is that everything what is happening is for the complete being of every other being. Even if I cannot see it, I know, because it's Swavartani. That means it's because it is Swavartani, is favorable and wonderful. Sarva is everything, and Ruta is to make the karma or the change to resolve. And Sarva is all the beings, so it's resounding all around. Is the well-being of everyone, which includes you. So everything concerns you in a direct or indirect way. So if there is a fight in front of you, you're not going to put yourself in the question, it's not about me. You're going to observe what has that to be with me in a direct or an indirect way. And maybe you have a fight inside yourself in a plane, or maybe you have nothing, and the only thing that you have to do is to be in a peace state to help those beings to transform. Because of that, everything that happens concerns you in a direct or an indirect way. This morning, the student was writing to me, and he was telling me that he was going to go to rest and he was not going to go to that class because he needed to rest. It's okay if you have to take care of you, but the translator, instead of taking care of you, it said when you, the self-corrector, and then he said in the question, he asked the question, when I'm going to get tired of myself? And I said, observe what is behind that question. No, I'm just trying to understand what you said. The simple is to ask, what do you mean with this sentence? What you said is a part of you that saying when I am going to rest from myself. And then you cannot see. And then my student said, maybe it's your reaction. My severity is to be in every moment observing. Which is my which reaction do I have in front of this sentence? I'm not going to say it's your reaction. You have to observe what is behind, because I am observing, of course, my part. Because a lot of times when you grow, our arrogance is to say, you have to observe. No, I am in the same experience. I have to observe what I feel. And the person said, I cannot feel right now. He was denying. It's okay. It's okay. It's normal. At that moment, you cannot be conscious. I am going to take charge of what I'm feeling. Because I am in Adande, and that is going to allow you to be in Adande as well. Because I am going to take charge of my reaction and be in front of your sentence, and that is going to give light. I am not projecting my reaction and plus your reaction. That is the attitude of Adande. To be severe in virtue, in all what happens, directly or indirectly concerns you. Every action, every simple action that you do in society has an impact in totality. So take charge of it. And smile to the guy in McDonald's is going to make her happy, and hundreds of people going to McDonald's, they are going to get a smile from the people that they are serving them. So your act make thousands of people to have happiness that day. Your tip make that person to have a different mood. That good morning. But when it's about the government, it's more difficult. Or because think how many subventions you want to get from the government. During this pandemic has been very hard for everyone. We have lost in my country the self-employers. They were asking for grants, but no one was working. So where could you get the money from the government? Because the money that you can subsidize from the government is the money that your family, your friends are paying. So the money that you want or you believe that you want, observe. That is not coming from nowhere. Money that comes from nowhere is because somewhere lost it from nowhere. So whatever you do has an impact. Sarva Salva Ruta Kausalyanugate is to take responsibility of that, but not from punishment. Remember, Adande, don't be obsessed with making mistakes or failing. The mistake is your mind of punishment, of guilt. Research and development. Make errors. And afterwards you have to observe what's happening, learn the Dharma and rectify it. That is Sarva Sattva Ruta Kausalyanugate. Sarva Sattva Ruta Kausalyanugate. Is I have the power, I am responsible. So each time that I am getting more power, it's normal. That is going to be shown where is violence and where is a lack of doing the previous way. So we start from the beginning. Dandapati, Dandapati, Dandakushana. Sarvadasya Vartani, Swavartani, Sangha Pariksani, Sangha Nagartani, Asange, Sangha Pagate, Triavaga Sangha Tulaya Arate Prakte, Sarva Sangha Samatikrante, Sarvadharma Supraxite, Sarva Sarva, Sarva Sattva, Ruta Causa Yana Nugate. Because then, everything that happens, you're going to observe, you're going to study, and you're going to arrive to the point of the ultimate power. Because when you understand that, you encourage Dharma, you give life, you make the Dharma will to move. While you know that you are you are being the best that you can at every moment, find your power. Be severe in responsibility, purify all the violence that there is inside of you, of all the pressure that you have done. And then, everything is a plaything of lions. What does that mean? Making a toy of lions. Simha is lion in Sanskrit. Lion is a symbol of power in jungle. It represents intensity in life. So Simha, at an ego level, is the drama of fight, which is a play of lions. Have you ever read, if life gives you lemons, make lemonade? So if everything that is, whatever it is, concerns you and you have to take your responsibility, your power, where is the drama? You become it a toy. You make it a toy. With Simha Vikrite, you declare that there is no drama, that there is a situation, and then you make this situation to become a toy to learn. Each drama becomes an opportunity to do Dandapati. And it is wonderful. All the aggressions, all dramas, they are going to be toys in your hands to be able to experience, to learn, to grow, to be more efficient, more responsible and more powerful. May every drama come, I'm going to live it. because I take care of everything in equity, and that includes myself. I am not going to be in the drama a lot of time because that augments pain. I am going to accept that there is a drama, that there is a pain, I am affected, I am vulnerable, and I am responsible of myself. Which one is my expectation, which one is my attachment, and I let it go. Take care of your reactions. Simhavikrite is not I'm not going to react, it's take care of your reactions. Find your power. Find peace. Peace is more important than any happiness. Happiness is a temporal state. When you have peace, there are more moments of happiness. So find your peace to get moments of happiness. Remember, you have no right over any other being, and no being has power, has any right over you. If someone gets angry at you and it affects you, accept, I am weak, I am affected, and then find your power, manage your lions, handle your lions. Breathe. Where the lion appears the most is in the situation where we have more conflict in the couple's relationships with your lover. A lover is going to push for you to take care only of this person. Remember that you have to take in care of everyone in equity, including you, but the lover is going to push for them to only exist themselves, them alone. If you fall, and for the fear to lose, you lose time for yourself, you stop doing what you like, for not losing your partner. The only thing that is going to augment is your disappointment and frustration. So the couple is going to go to hell. So breathe. Each time that you are in a couple and you forget yourself, accept that it's because you want to keep your partner beside you. It's natural that your partner, they don't have to do on a spiritual way, spiritual path. They only want to exist for you. Take your space in equity. Of course, your partner is going to freak, but when they knew you, they know you that way. When you lose yourself, there is frustration, and the person is going to stop being with you because you already were a master. You had your own things. Take care of all your experience. If you accept to become the slave of someone, it's your responsibility. And of course you're going to suffer, and at the end it's going to suffer you and your partner, because there is only disappointment there. They are going to complain, of course, because your lover wants you to be you to be them to be your whole existence. Adande, find your power, your responsibility, take care of everything. Let them to get tired of complaining. It's a fantasy that if you become a slave, it's going to last. The only thing that is going to happen is that relationship is going to become hell. Stop giving classes about power and responsibility. It's not with the word, it's with example. Internally, you are the person that has to detach and being free and let the other person free and stop bothering them with integrations or the darani. No, act Dandapati. In fact, is how the other person is going to value it, to tolerate it. Of course, you have to communicate it, because the person is going to try to control, and you are the one who has to see what is affecting you, the fear that you have to lose, the insecurity that you have, how you want to keep that, how that separates you from the flow of love. If they get angry at you and it affects you, remember, what you feel is your thing. Find your power, manage your alliance, accept that you are weak, insecure, immature, and naive. Simhavikridite. Simhavikridite. From every opportunity. If I am in a drama, I accept and leave it, but I take charge of it. There is nothing dramatic in drama. You live it and you use it to continue in the next step. Simhavikridite is trust in evolution. Have faith and hope. Is the supreme trust in yourself, accept it. I have pain, I am affected, I am weak, I gave my power. Go inside and recover it. The other is free.
Dandapati, Dandavarte, Dandakushale, Dandasudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddha-Pasyane, Sarvadranya Vartani, Sarvadan Shatani, Suavartani, Samgaparixani, Samganargatani, Samge Sangapagate, Tiatva Samgatuliara, Deprapte, Sarva Sanga Sangate, Sarvadharma Suparixite, Sarva Satvaruta Kasarianya, Anugate, Simhavikridite. Go beyond. Is Om, is fusion with divinity. Is to vibrate consciousness, responsibility, equity, power, vulnerability, freedom, care, flowing, fulfill. Dandakushale, Dandasudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddha-Pasyane, Sarvadaranya Vartani, Sarvandasya Vartani, Suavartani, Sangaparixani, Sanganargatani, Ge Sangapagate, Tyatka Sangatulyara Deprapte, Sarvasanga Sangapagate, Sarvadharma Suparixite, Sarvasatvaruta Kausaryanugate, Simhavikridite. Devati, Dandavarte, Dandakusale, Dandasudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddha-Pasyane, Sarvadranya Vartani, Sarvandasya Vartani, Suavartani, Sangaparixani, Sanganargatani, Sangapagate, Tyatva Sangatulyara Deprapte, Sarvasanga Sangate, Sarvadharma Suparixite, Sarvasatvaruta Kausalyanugate, Simhavikridite. Om. Breathe. Repeat with me. Adande. Dandapati. Dandavarte. Dandakushale. Dandasudare. Sudarapati. Buddha-Pasyane. Sarvadaranya Vartani. Sarvandasya Vartani. Suavartani. Samgaparikshani.
Samganargatani, Asamge, Samgapagate, Triadva Samgatulia, Arateprapte, Sarvan Samga Samatikrante, Sarvadharma Suparixite, Sarva Sadvaruta, Kausalyanugate, Simhavikrite. Om.
Respira.
Breathe.
Soy responsable.
I am responsible.
Lo hago lo mejor que
I
puedo.
do the best I can.
Cada experiencia voy a
Every experience I am going to learn from them. Everything concerns me. I affect the world, and I am responsible of me and to taking care of totality. And now with this state of being repeated again. Adande, Dandapati, Dandavarte, Dandakushale, Dandasudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddhapasyane, Sarvadaranya Vartani, Sarvandasha Vartani, Swavartani, Samgaparikshani, Samganargatani, Asamge, Samgapagate, Triadga Sangatulia Arateprapte, Sarvasamga Samatikrante, Sarvadharma Suparixite, Sarvasadvaruta Kausalianugate, Simhavikridite. Om. Breathe.
Adande, Dandapati, todos juntos.
All together.
Escuchen una vez.
You listen one time and we do it. Dandavarte, Dandasusale, Dandasudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddhapasyane, Sarvadaranya Vartani, Sarvandasha Vartani, Suavartani, Samgaparikshani, Samganargatani, Asamge, Samgapagate, Triadva Sanga Sangatulya Ratrakte, Sarvasamga Samakrite, Sarvadharma Suparixite, Sarvasadvaruta Kausalyanugate, Simhavikridite. Om.
Todos juntos.
All together. Adande, Dandapati, Dandavarte, Dandakushale, Dandasudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddhapasyane, Sarvadanya Vartani, Sarvandasha Vartani, Swavartani, Samgaparikshani, Samganargatani, Ge Samgapagate, Tyalva Sangatulya Pate, Samsanga Sankante, Sarvadharma Suparixite, Sarvasattva Ruta Kausalyanugate, Simhavikridite. Om. Dande, Dandapati, Dandavarte, Dandakushale, Dandasudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddhapasyane, Sarvadaranya Vartani, Sarvandasha Vartani, Swavartani, Samgaparikshani, Samganargatani, Samge Sangapate, Triadva Sangatulya Prate, Sarvasanga Samakritante, Sarvadharma Suparixite, Sarvasattva Ruta Kausalyanugate, Simhavikridite. Om. Adande, Dandapati, Dandavarte, Dandakushale, Dandasudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddhapasyane, Sarvadanya Vartani, Sarvadasha Vartani, Swavartani, Samgaparikshani, Samganargatani, Asamge Samgapagate, Triadva Sangatulya Ragate, Sarvasanga Samakridite, Sarvadharma Suparixite, Sarvasattva Ruta Kausalyanugate, Simhavikridite. Om. De Dandapati, Dandavarte, Dandakushale, Dandasudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddhapasyane, Sarvadaranya Vartani, Savartani, Swavartani, Samgaparikshani, Samganargatani, Samgapate, Triadva Sangatulya Prate, Sarvasamga Samaktikante, Sarvadharma Suparixite, Sarvasattva Ruta Kausalyanugate, Simhavikridite. Om. Adande Dandapati Dandavarte Dandakushale Dandasudare Sudare Sudarapati Buddhapasyane Sarvadranya Vartani Sarvadarni Suavartani Sankaparikshani Sanganargagatani Sange Sankapagate Tyatva Sankatulya Aratprate Sarvasangara Sangante Sarvadharma Supariksite Sarvasattva Ruta Kausalyanugate Simhave Krite Om.
Respira.
Breathe. Connect with all sentient beings, known and unknown, beyond what you know. Everyone responsible, everyone is Buddha, everyone is power. And the next chance is for the totality, including yourself. Connect. Adande Dandapati Dandavarte Dandakushale Dandasudare Sudare Sudarapati Buddhapasyane Sarvadranya Vartani Sarvandasya Vartani Swavartani Sangaparikshani Sanganargagatani Sangapagate Tyatva Sangatulya Repate Sanga Samakridente Sarvadharma Supariksite Sarvasattva Ruta Kausalyanugate Simhavikridite Om. Adande Dandapati Dandavarte Dandakushale Dandasudare Sudarapati Buddhapasyane Sarvadranya Vartani Sarvandasya Vartani Swavartani Sangaparikshani Sanganargagatani Sangapagate Tyatva Sangatulya Repate Sarvasanga Samakridente Sarvadharma Supariksite Sarvasarva Ruta Kausalyanugate Samhavikridite Om. Adande Dandapati Dandavarte Dandakushale Dandasudare Sudarapati Buddhapasyane Nyavartani Sarvandasya Vartani Swavartani Sangaparikshani Sanganargagatani Sangapagate Tyatva Sangatulya Rate Sarvasanga Samakridante Sarvadharma Supariksite Sarvasattva Ruta Kausalyanugate Simhavikridite Om. Adande Dandapati Dandavarte Dandakushale Dandasudare Sudarapati Buddhapasyane Sarvadranya Vartani Sarvandasya Vartani Swavartani Sangaparikshani Sanganargagatani Sangapagate Tyatva Sangatulya Rateprapte Sarvasanga Samakridante Sarvadharma Supariksite Sarvasattva Ruta Kausalyanugate Simhavikridite Om. Dande Dandapati Dandavarte Dandakushale Dandasudare Sudarapati Buddhapasyane Sarvadranya Vartani Sarvandasya Vartani Swavartani Sangaparikshani Sanganargagatani Sangapagate Tyatva Sangatulya Rateprapte Sarvasanga Samatatikante Sarvadharma Supariksite Sarvasattva Ruta Kausalyanugate Simhavikridite Om. Adande Dandapati Dandavarte Dandakushale Dandasudare Sudarapati Buddhapasyane Sarvadranya Vartani Sarvandasya Vartani Swavartani Shani Sanganargagatani Sangapagate Tyatva Sangatulya Rateprate Sarvasanga Samakridante Sarvadharma Supariksite Sarvasattva Ruta Kausalyanugate Simhavikridite Om. Adande Dandapati Dandavarte Dandakushale Dandasudare Sudarapati Buddhapasyane Sarvadranya Vartani Sarvandasya Vartani Swavartani Sangaparikshani Sanganargagatani Sangapagate Tyatva Sangatulya Yaptate Sarvasanga Samakridante Sarvadharma Supariksite Sarvasattva Ruta Kausalyanugate Simhavikridite Om. Adande, Dandapati, Dandaparte, Dandakushale, Dandasudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddhapasyane, Sarvadrani Avartani, Sarvandasya Vartani, Suavartani, Sukavarixani, Samganargagatani, Samge Sangapagate, Syavasangatuli, Arateprapte, Sarvasanga Samgatikante, Sarvadharma Suparixite, Sarvasattva Suta, Yanugate, Simhavikridite, Om. Dande, Dandapati, Dandaparte, Dandakushale, Dandasudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddha, Pasyane, Adanya Vartani, Sarvandasya Vartani, Suavartani, Samgaparikshani, Samganargagatini, Sange Sangapagate, Triadvasam Gatuya, Apate, Sarvasanga Samakritakante, Sarvadharma Savarixite, Sarvasattva Ruta Kaushalyanugate, Havikridite, Om. Adande, Dandapati, Dandaparte, Dandasudale, Dandasudare, Dandasesrapati, Buddhapasyane, Sarvadrani Avartani, Sarvandasya Vartani, Suavartani, Samgaparikshani, Samganargagatani, Sange Sangapagate, Triadvasangatuli, Araprateate, Sarva Sanga Sanga Samatikrante, Sarvadharma Suparixite, Sarvasattva Ruta Kausalyanugate, Sitavikridite, Dande, Dandapati, Dandaparte, Dandasudale, Dandasudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddhapasyane, Buddharani Avartani, Sarvandasya Vartani, Suavartani, Sangargarishani, Sanganargagatani, Sangre Sangapagate, Triadva Sangatuya Pate, Sarvasanga Samatikante, Sarvadharma Suparixite, Sarvasattva Ruta Kausalyanugate, Simhavikridite, Adande, Dandapati, Dandaparte, Dandasudale, Dandasudare, Sudare Surapati, Buddhapasyane, Sarvadharani Avartani, Sarvandasya Vartani, Suavartani, Sangaparikshani, Samganargagatani, Samge Sangapagate, Triadvasangatuli Arateprapte, Sarvasamga Samatikante, Sarvadharma Suparixite, Sarvasattva Ruta Kausalyanugate, Simhavikridite, Om. Dande, Dandapati, Dandaparte, Dandakushale, Dandasudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddhapasyane, Sarvadani Avartani, Sarvandasya Vartani, Suavartani, Sangaparikshani, Samganargagatani, Sange Sangapagate, Triata Sangatuli Aratate, Sarvasamga Samaktirante, Sarvadharma Suparixite, Sarvasattva Ruta Kausalyanugate, Simhavikridite, Om. Adande, Dandapati, Dandaparte, Dandasudale, Dandasudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddhapasyane, Sarvadharani Avartani, Sarvandasya Vartani, Suavartani, Sangaparikshani, Sanganargagatani, Asange Sangapagate, Triadvasangatuli Arateprapte, Sangakitante, Sarvadharma Suparixite, Sarvasattva Ruta Kausalyanugate, Simhavikridite, Om. De Dandapati, Dandaparte, Dandakushale, Dandasudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddhapasyane, Sarvadharani Avartani, Sarvandasya Vartani, Suavartani, Samgaparikshani, Samganargagatani, Samge Sangapagate, Triadvasangatsuli Arateprapte, Samga Samakritante, Sarvadharma Suparixite, Sarvasattva Ruta Kausalyanugate, Simhavikridite, Om. Last one. Adande, Dandapati, Dandaparte, Dandakushale, Dandasudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddhapasyane, Sarvadharani Avartani, Sarvandasya Vartani, Suavartani, Samgaparikshani, Samganargagatani, Samge Sangapagate, Triadvasangatulya Arateprapte, Sarvasanga Samakitante, Sarvadharma Suparixite, Sarvasattva Ruta Kausalyanugate, Simhavikridite, Om.
juntos un om.
All together an om.
Respira.
Breathe.
Deja que la energía se asiente.
Let the energy to settle down.
Sonríe, todo es favorable.
Breathe, smile, everything is favorable, your attitude
Es de estar al cargo de tu
is
vida.
to be in charge of your life.
Cree y confía.
Believe and trust that you are improving every day.
Más responsable, más sabio.
More
más
responsible, wiser, more powerful.
No hay obstáculos.
There is no obstacle in your way. It's only blessing. Because every experience,
indirecta,
indirectly, indirect or directly,
es una oportunidad.
is an opportunity to grow. Adande, Dandapati, Dandavarte, Dandakushale, Danta Sudare, Sudare, Sudarapati, Buddha Pasyami, Sarvatranya Vartani, Sarvandasha Vartani, Suva Vartani, Samga Parikshani, Samga Narga Gatani, Sasange, Samga Pagate, Triadva Samga Tulia Tepate, Sangha Sangha Samatikrante, Sarvadharma Suparixite, Sarva Sadvaruta Kausalyanuate, Simhavikridite, Om.
La línea de este darani,
each line is in this darani.
Puedes trabajarlo individualmente.
You can work them individually and incarnate it and take it, bring it to action. Chanting all together helps to get your center, to your power, your responsibility to break the drama, for you to get in charge of your life, because you are already, you are the master and you declare it, and you are in charge of the totality, including yourself. Thank you.
Ahora es momento de preguntas.
Now is the moment for questions.
Voy a cortar la grabación.
I am going to stop
en YouTube.
The recording at YouTube.
Si estás agradecido por la enseñanza,
if you are thankful for the teaching, you can donate. If you want, in the button, the PayPal button in my webpage, kanagni.com. Thank you.